Good morning.
Good morning. What would you like to do today?
Let's talk about another tool and how you and I use it every day. In the beginning classes of Mastering Alchemy, we teach grounding cord, rose, and center of the head.
Right.
And center of the head is really the platform from which we can create our life. It's like the workshop, we used to call it, or I used to call it when I was teaching the workshop.
Mm-hmm.
This is your sanctuary. This is where only you can live. However, sometimes there's more than just you in the center of your head.
Exactly. So where is the center of your head?
Oh, so how we used to teach it is Jim would say, take 2 fingers and put them in the sky, and now put them on either side of your head, your temples.
Yep.
And close your eyes and draw an imaginary line. And then move your fingers front and back and draw another imaginary line.
Right on the forehead.
Yep, right on the forehead, front and back. And then notice where that intersection is and be at that intersection. And it's kind of like you're sitting in a room and you're looking outside of the eyes. You're looking out 2 windows, which would be your closed eyes. So you find that spot. And a trick that you used to offer people is actually create a room in there. Put a chair, put a hot tub, put whatever you want in this room so that when you go there, you can really own it.
Yeah, so you create a reference point, an identity point to that. And a lot of people can't find the center of their head. Sounds very silly, can't find the center of your head. The reason you can't find the center of your head is, in my case, very specifically, I grew up in a very dysfunctional family. There was lots of yelling and blame, and quite often the blamer, the person blaming, you didn't do it right, there would be a loud voice, a screaming, a yelling at. But what happens when somebody yells at you, they follow it up with their energy. And so it's like, what's wrong with you? And they throw that energy, and more often than not hit you right in the center of your head. And many people identify this, you get knocked out of your body. Mm-hmm. You get disoriented, you get out of focus, you kind of unsure of yourself. And it's very mechanical. What happens is somebody yells at you, you get knocked out of the body. You were right here, you get knocked out of the body. And then things settle down and you can start to come back to the body. But the thing is, you never come back to where you were when you started. Because as you get to about right here, there's mom, dad, teacher, minister, whomever it is. And so you begin to negotiate your center of your head. Mm-hmm. You begin to fit in over here, but you don't have the grounded, focused, present time point of observation, center of your head. So this is where a lot of work really begins with people in lots of levels of people's spiritual path. But identifying the center of your head and beginning to take seniority back in the center of your head is really important. So the next question is, well, how do I do that? So there's lots of tools to how to do that. But this word seniority is one of the reasons why in kind of level 1 and level 2, we begin to play with words. And so one of the key factors of taking back control of the center of your head is owning yourself. And so words like certain and capable and seniority and gracious, owning those words as a feeling begins to create a vibration in the body that overrides everything that is not who you are. Mm-hmm. And so you begin to, by the sense of, I like me, I'm managing myself, I'm in charge of myself, the mom, dad, teacher begins to simply disappear. You actually begin to just push them out. There's no argument, there's no healing, there's no clearing, there's no, sit down and 800 mantras, they're leaving. Just simply ownership. Mm-hmm. And when you own the center of your head, a lot begins to change.
Well, and some people email and say, I'm trying to do this work, but I can't focus, or I get a headache, mm-hmm. or I get confused. And 100% of the time, it's because somebody is in the center of their head telling them to stay small, telling them not to be bold, telling them to stay let them control the person. And so when you have that kind of experience of confusion or disoriented or not being able to focus, the first step is to just assume, oh, somebody's in the center of my head. You don't have to figure out who it is or why they're there or the conversation they're having in the center of your head. Just assume there's somebody in there that doesn't belong, which is everybody, and begin clearing it out. So that's what the grounding cord in the rose is. When I was teaching, I used to call it a vacuum rose.
Right.
And you take an imaginary rose and you put it in the center of your head and you just vacuum up all the energy, all the people that don't belong there.
Yeah.
And then move it out, explode it.
Yeah. And it's a wide range of events that occur with somebody in the center of your head. There are people that absolutely love you. They adore you. They want to make sure you're successful and not do it wrong and do it right. The only problem is it's right by my standards, which may not be your standards or your even wishes. And so that level of their fear of you doing something wrong or getting hurt is so intense, you can't get into the center of your head. I'm already hearing lots of people going, oh my God, that's what that's all about. Because it's not a unique every once in a while type of situation. It's across the board.
Yeah.
It's everybody. Somebody either loves you to death, or somebody tried to control you, or somebody didn't like you. They threw energy, center your head. So a lot of times center your head into the heart, take over your crown chakra. That's where other people's energy are. But once you can get into managing and being conscious in the center of your head, everything else is able to change.
Do you remember there was a student a long time ago, Cheryl, I think her name was, she had horses.
Oh yeah.
And her horses kept getting into the center of her head.
Big deal. Horses are huge space invaders. Sounds really silly, but if all of you who play with horses, they love you, and you take care of them.
Yes.
Horse in the center of your head. Funny thing.
Yeah.
I think she became a horse in her next life. So play with the center of your head. It's a very simple place to begin to own, and makes a big difference.
Own your space.